It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Detroit, Detroit.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now again, this is Murray. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. Here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, gone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Haoli Kikaha. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
On 1st down, Murray. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Vikings send out their punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. A handoff. It's Murray. And he dropped it about the 11 after only a yard. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now a second down run for Murray. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 3rd down, Murray. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. And the Rams getting set to go now. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Check. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings! Latavius Murray hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Value three.
2nd and 10. Goff again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. And that is incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's pulled in at the 32. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line and give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now this time he'll look to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Vikings on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Back to throw here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They pitch it out to Murray. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. On 3rd down, it's Murray, and now running right through it. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. They come out here in the eye.
Now, check. Patriot! Patriot!
Now they'll run. Murray. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes our score 17-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside. Their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here we go. Super one.
Now they try the right side here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw is gone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. A shotgun snap for Gong. He is going to find Hill here. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. On 1st down, it's gone. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Shell. Merlin. Maverick.
To the air again. Gone. And his throw here's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing again is gone. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Haoli Kikaha. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. This is brought in at the 21. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I
would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On target over the middle to Hill. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
180. Hardball. Tiger.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Cut. 20.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to wind up and air that, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, LA! Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Right now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Gone. Detroit.
Now back to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Now, Barney. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. On 1st and 10, gone. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
His throw caught right around the 6. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll drop to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Shell. Listen.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Buying time to his left. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 46 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Jared Goff, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. A little juke, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Gone! 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 Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Pumphrey. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The 13 yards that time at a first.
Whirling! Whirling!
Goff now looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards on the play.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now a handoff looking right. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Goff now looking to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Starting left here.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the 4th. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's Murray, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! No, Jack, Patriot! Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Leopard! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
He's back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Aaron Donald in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. As he throws there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Los Angeles, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Renegade, 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 renegade.
They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See slime break night, this break night. My wrist watch is like a brake light. And you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday with the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business, handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break the bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax.
Relax, 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 relax. Oh! Relax, 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 relax. Oh! Relax, relax, relax.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.